What is up, everybody? I'm currently renovating my studio space. I've got some nice walnut acoustic panels that I'm hanging up and painted over the weekend, and it's a lot of work, but it's gonna be good. Deciding on the acoustic treatment was probably the hardest part, but I've been in touch with GIK Acoustics, and they helped me kind of like plan my room and orient everything and kind of think about what my needs are in this new space, which is my new mixing control room, which I'm still mixing in, even though I don't have my treatment yet, because I got people waiting on mixes and I gotta get that stuff done. But that's not what we're talking about today. I'll do a studio tour later for you guys. But today we're talking about XVIVE audio yet again. My friends over there at XVIVE wonderfully sent me a new care package, some air cushions. We love to see it. And 2 little boxes. We'll wait on this one. I'm so excited about that one. But they sent me the AC58 wireless guitar system. It comes with a cool little charging case. That'll be interesting. And I think this is gonna be a good, quick run and gun kind of guitar rig so that you don't have to worry about having cables or any of that mess on stage. Makes for a very clean setup. And so I'm excited to test this out. I've got a gig this weekend that I'll try it out at, and I'll show some footage of that. So the second box that I'm really excited about is another set of the U45 In-Ear Wireless System, which I've already made a review video about earlier on my channel. But the reason why I have a second one of these is because I reported back to them after a couple of months of happy use that I was having some really loud popping sounds intermittently at different venues. And I was like, am I doing something wrong? And they were like, hey, we actually are aware of this issue. We've fixed it in newer models. And so we'll send you a new one. And I said, can you send it in orange? And they did. They sent me the orange one, which is their new exclusive color for 2026. I feel like I really got ahead of the orange trend. My water bottle is orange. My studio chair is orange. My 7-string Strandberg is orange. My wallet and bag are orange. I love orange as an accessory color. And this is so sick to me that I finally have an orange one of these. So yeah, brand new color, 2026, let's freaking go. So excited for this. I'll test these out this weekend as well. I'm expecting this unboxing experience to be very similar to the other one, but I'm gonna unbox both of these for you right now, show you what's inside of them, and what your cool little wireless ears and guitar system could be for you from the wonderful people at XVIVE. So let's dig in, shall we? First things first, we'll unbox this wonderful little AC58 system. So little tray, oh, with cables. Okay, so we got USB-C included. We love to see it. Instructions seem to be under here as well. So I'll just take those. But I can imagine it's pretty intuitive. You charge it, you plug it in, and you're good to go. This right here, thank you, XVIVE. This is a much better case than what you get with the U45 system, like by default. If you guys remember on my other U45 review video, my only gripe with it was the fact that the case it comes with is more like a little sack, and it's not like super sturdy. They have a case you can buy for like 30 bucks. And I should have said like, hey, can you send me a case too? Cause that's like the only thing that was like wrong with it before. But I didn't think about it, and they didn't send a case either, which is totally fine. I'll buy a case, it's 30 bucks. If I want it bad enough, I can get it, right? But yeah, look at that. That's very sturdy, hard plastic, an amazingly dense case here. A little bit of silica gel in the top, perfect to top your ice cream with. I am completely kidding, do not eat this stuff. You can put this little USB-C cable right in this front mesh pocket like that, kind of nice. And then these just pop out. Yeah, okay, they plug right in. There's a little USB-C inside the case that you can see right there, a little USB-C, not receiver, plug. That's the word I'm looking for. That's the receiver. And you just kind of plug that back in. Same on the other side, I can imagine. Yeah, just to give it a little wiggle, it'll pop right out. This is the receiver. This is the transmitter. Looking at the two, they are pretty much the same. Like if you look at these from the side, you would not be able to tell the difference between these two. So here's a way you can tell the difference. The receiver is gray and the transmitter is black. So that's one helpful thing to distinguish the two. But other than that, if you just looked at them, which one's which? Tell me quickly. You can't really tell very fast. So that's a little bit weird. Also, I kind of forgot which side goes where, but I don't think it matters. Transmitter could go there, that's fine. Receiver could go here. Okay, so they can flip around inside the case. There's no problem either way. They both have the little charging indicator telling me that it's working. So that's nice. Still though, I may put like a little sticker on the receiver. You're not gonna see the receiver as much as you would see the transmitter hanging out the backside of your guitar, right? But yeah, I wanna be very clear. This is a charging case, right? You could press that button right there, I'm sure, to double check how much power it's got on tap. Yeah, you just hold it down a little bit and it pops right up. Tells me it's fully charged already, no charging required, and you plug it in right there to charge the case. So it's like AirPods. Pretty cool. I guess I'll do like a quick little test directly into my Logic session here, and we'll see how it sounds. Okay, so I've got it plugged into my beautiful teal metallic Sir Modern Custom, and I've got this on my my clean preset in the Morgan amp suite from Neural DSP right here in Logic. So let's see what it sounds like. So I feel like it's really dynamic. I feel like it's doing everything I want it to do, but there's a little bit of noticeable latency. Hello, Editor Jared here. I realized shortly after filming this that the latency was actually caused by the fact that I was using some software to pipe both my voice and my guitar into Logic really, really cleanly. And that software's buffer was a little bit too large, and so it was causing a little bit of latency. But the transmitter, as far as I can tell, has zero latency that is like perceptible to me, especially live, in any case that matters. So yeah, that little bit of latency I was feeling there wasn't real. Okay, back to the video. So I'm kind of curious if this has the same amount of latency when I plug it into like a real amplifier. So I'm gonna load up my Friedman over here with my little 112 cab just in the room. You'll just hear it through the mic, and I'm just gonna see what that feels like. So here's first touch with the Friedman amp. Let's see how it sounds. I mean, it feels pretty good in a real amp. I think what I was experiencing was maybe latency inside of Logic. It's gonna be hard to tell until I'm like using this in a real situation. But it's also wireless. Like, you've got to be expecting a little bit of latency. It's not a perfect, one-to-one replication of a cable. It can't be, right? It's got to travel. So I'm okay with latency. A little bit of latency is going to be fine, because we're talking like milliseconds here. We're not talking like, an hour or something. So a tiny bit of latency is okay. I'm not really feeling any in the room though. That feels pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna use it this weekend at my gig, and we'll see how it fares, especially when it's also in conjunction with the U45 wireless system. But yeah, so far it's been really easy. There is a little button you can press on the side to change modes and also channels. It's compatible with passive and active pickups that way. So if you want to, I've seen if there's a pop when I turn it off. If you want to use it with active pickups, there's a setting for that. I no longer own a guitar with active pickups. I sold my Tim Henson TOD10 signature guitar that I recently made a review video about. Just wasn't vibing with it, not for me. So I'm just gonna use it in passive mode, unless perhaps I use it with my bass, which I guess both of my basses have active pickups. So I might use it like that. Let's look at the U45 system, because I love this orange color and I'm just dying to see this in person. So similar kind of anatomy here with the box. Unfold it, drag it out, and it comes with all the same accoutrement that you would have had with the other one that I had previously. It's got the USB-A to dual USB-C cable, so 2-for-1 charging. Very, very cool XVIVE. Super love that. A little product catalog. We've got our charcuterie board of wireless goodness here. Oh, so cool. Little orange receiver. Tiny, itty bitty little orange transmitter with the most sturdy belt clip of any belt clip I've ever used on a wireless system. Good job, XVIVE, on that belt clip. And one of the most wonderful little courtesy things, this XLR to 1/4 inch adapter, because you never know what kind of mixer you're gonna be running out of with your little transmitter. So it's very, very nice to have that. And of course, the sack, the infamous carrying case. I'm just giving y'all a hard time, XVIVE. It's not a bad little bag. It's a very nice bag. Like, the bag is sick. It's just like, I don't like these clacking around against each other in here. There's something about that that gives me a little bit of the ick, but I've now been made aware that there is actually a hard carrying case for this. So the fact that you can get one is awesome. I even have that as a pinned comment in my last video, because that does fix the problem here. And you can pack these in a number of different ways, in a number of different cases, so don't let that dissuade you. I mean, they're doing this to make it cheap for you. They're not baking in the price of a case that might even be too big for your rig anyway. You might want to pack these in foam in a little Pelican case or something. I don't know what your use case is. I'm not your mom. Now, this is only a mono mix. It's not going to give you a stereo mix, but I think that is a fine trade-off for this exceptional price point. These are not very expensive packs, so I think you're definitely going to have a good time with that. But back to the AC58, the only thing I have left to do with these is test them at an actual show with my modeler and pedal board rig that I normally use, and we'll see how it feels. Yo, it's me again. A few weeks later, I've thoroughly tested the AC58 and my new U45, and both of them have performed flawlessly. The AC58 has never once dropped its signal. I've only changed channels on it once, kind of just out of curiosity on how to change the channels, but literally just channel 1 works flawlessly. And then same thing with the U45 in-ears. I can have it on pretty much any channel and it works fine with the AC58. There's no crosstalk or interference between the two that I can hear. Well done, XVIVE. 5-star reviews all around. Really love the gear, and it's been really nice not having to use an actual cable for my guitar. And I'm now to the point where I trust the AC58 enough to not have an extra cable just sitting by my pedal board. Whenever I've used wireless gear in the past, I've always had like a wired option, like close by, so that if it fails, I can go nope and just change it out real quick. I'm also really impressed with the AC58's battery life. I think they're advertising 5 hours of battery life, but I mean, I've gotten a whole teaching day, about 7 hours out of my AC58, so that's pretty cool. Not saying that's gonna be the case every single time or the case for you, but 5 hours is good. And I think it's the same for the U45. I've never had either of them die on me during a gig, and I can actually get 2 gigs out of 1 charge usually. The AC58 isn't much of a problem though, because even if you're draining the charge, you just put it back in the case, which is literally a charging case, so you're good to go there. But yeah, as far as like budget wireless stuff goes, this is a no-brainer. I think it's awesome. I love teaching with it because I can just plug it straight into my interface and I just sit here and play, and totally free. I'm not wrapped up in any cables. So that sums up my final thoughts. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you have any questions about my music or my teaching, I teach guitar, bass, and mixing. And I would love to connect with you about that on my website at plantbasedriffs.com. And I will see you guys very soon. Take care.